Hey, hey, hey. Well, we are going to be doing something a little different today. In fact, let me back all the way up because I fumbled the start of the stream. Anyways, we're going to be doing a playthrough on Shokuho, which is the Overhaul mod for Mountain Bay Bannerlord that changes the entire setting to be the era of warring states set in Japan. There was one for Warband back in the day. It's very similar. I've played a little bit of this one. It's amazing. I played like 3 or 4 hours. It started crashing a whole bunch, which is really annoying. Hopefully I've got everything set up here so that we won't run into that. We'll see, though. At the very least, we'll get a few hours out of this. And without much further ado, we're just jumping straight into it. So we've got our character creation screen going here. I wanted to kind of roleplay as, like, an up-and-comer, like, you know, a social striver, if you will, starting from not the entire bottom. I kind of like the start for this particular set here. Your father is a disgraced samurai, a ronin, wanders the countryside in search of opportunities and trouble. Disgraced, but somewhat in the higher social strata at some point. So that's where we want to get back to. We want to find ourselves in a position to where we're no longer being, looked down on by the upper classes, so to speak. When we were a child, we were noted for our brawn. That's always pretty nice. We're going to be going for two-handed mastery. I mean, we're a samurai, so we're going to be using a lot of two-handed weapons anyways. We will be going for some guns knowledge at some point, though, because that is an option here, and the firearms are actually kind of cool in this mod. The first time I played through for, a few hours, I actually built up a decent amount of skill in it, and you can do some pretty great stuff with the, with like a firearms-based army. Are we a messenger? We could be building fortifications. That gives us intelligence. Stewardship is just always good. Same with like engineering and medicine. This is like one of the better skill lines, but not really necessarily what we're going for. Seeing as our background is the like child of a former ronin. Imagine we're doing something a little bit more basic. I don't know if we would be like a peasant spearman or anything. Messenger, but probably like scouting for an army. That seems like something very in line with what a ronin does. And it gives us a little scouting, and we start with a horse, which I think will be pretty useful. So I think we're going to go with that. Defeating an enemy, saving city quarter, famous escapade. Not a bad idea. We'd be super fast, get a lot of athletics. Not super useful though, per se. I don't think we'd be all that nice. Let's just go for straight up like mega awesome combat character who's also very cunning. I think that's a good place to start, and we can kind of build up all the other skills as we go along. Cunning isn't, like, incredible in terms of the, like, skill trees. Other than scouting, I would say. Like, roguery has some interesting stuff, but is a little limited in terms of what it is used for, from, like, my previous Bannerlord experience. I don't know if that's changed over time, but I'm doubting it. This is the coolest banner. This is what I used last time I was playing through it, so we're gonna go with this banner here. And honestly, the randomized names really aren't that bad. Shintaro Katsuki? Sure, why not? And and we're looking to get our ass kicked. Map movement speed, we're going to keep on easy. Having a slight boost to your speed does make things a little bit better for you. Otherwise, you just constantly get caught by enemy parties, or you can never catch people, and it's just miserable. And we're going to put the combat AI all the way up, because we want this to be challenging. We do not want this to be simple. We're going to be trying to play through this, see how far we can get. We're going to make it a little less likely that we just get absolutely shit-canned by some rando, though. So we're going to leave it on there. Oh, and I forgot to show off where we're starting. But you'll see in a minute. As soon as we load in. God, I'm gonna wait for the shaders to compile, so it might be a minute before we're actually in. It can be a little bit of a slow loading process at times, so we'll sit here and we'll chill. Hopefully we don't need to rebuild our character to get back in here, because that would not be super fun. I'd like to kind of set it and forget it. Okay, perfect. You can compile all of the shaders ahead of time, but it takes ages, and I have to re-download the game, so I'd have to go through the whole process again, which I'm not really wanting to do right now. Let me just turn off any of the settings that are really going to mess with me. I don't really feel the need to have shadows, per se. They suck up so many resources on graphics cards, and I don't really think they're all that impressive. So the March on Kyoto that's happening is a historical event. It was pretty pivotal to kicking off the entire, like, era of, like, fractured government within Japan. It was a march by Oda Nobunaga to overthrow the shogunate of the era and replace it with, like, basically a puppet government. So, he becomes, like, the head honcho in a way. He was a pretty seriously dangerous individual. Historical sources do kind of intimate that he may have possibly been, like, you know, unhinged. And he was more feared than he was popular. He was eventually assassinated, and then there were a series of massive conflicts that went on for 30, 40 years almost, that ultimately culminated with a shogunate under the Tokugawa clan. But that's a long ways down the line. We're just kind of starting out here. It's going off here. Oh my god, what the hell is happening? Got a bunch of caravans fighting pirates. I don't have a lot of dudes. Can we get over there without getting caught? Not really. Oh my god. I think we just need to wait. So many bandit parties out here right now. I just need to get away for a minute. They're occupied killing that caravan. hopefully I can get to this village and we can get some actual dudes in our party. This isn't a bad quest to do. Early game's always kind of difficult in Bannerlord, because it spawns tons of bandits in at the beginning. Bandits become a much less pressing issue over time. You just have to avoid getting totally bounced in the early game. And this mod does ease the early game pains, because you can go onto, like, battlefield remains. It'll show up on the, campaign map. And it allows you to loot some pretty good equipment pretty early on, so we're gonna try and do that. Really kickstarted me the first, time around. Oh, and we need food. I completely forgot to buy any food. All our dudes are gonna desert if I don't. We don't have a lot of money, but hopefully that's not a big issue. It's 12 days of food. It's good enough. Wasn't that expensive either. Oh, and we already have a, movement speed or handling? I think handling is better. Already got some good levels in athletics. We'll be, trying to prioritize, riding a little bit more, though, because we do want to have our horse skills pretty high. And definitely behoove us. You spend a lot of time on horseback in general in Bannerlord. But having athletic skills so that you can actually move around quickly when you're dismounted is a good idea. Actually don't think we're going to do that for guns yet, because we don't have any firearms. Probably just hang on to it for a little while. I don't know if we want to use any focus points right now. The attribute point, I think we do, and we'll just increase endurance, since we do have, like, relevant skills here that we can actually get started on raising up right now. We'll do one in scouting, and probably one in stewardship. That's not a bad idea. We'll get a lot of levels, we'll get a lot more focus points. Also books and some other shit that you can get your hands on. Allows you to mess around with it. Where'd I learn? I've got a ton of books on Japanese history. I've got some pretty cool ones. I might make like a post where I show off one of the really interesting ones I have that's got a pretty like thorough explanation of some like really cool, like intricate, like samurai like cultural practices, like tea ceremonies. That is really interesting to read about, because it was not just a it was not just get the boys together and drink tea. It was like a genuine political practice in a way. And there was like an entire like purpose to every single movement during these ceremonies that had a lot of like social implications. They're actually pretty interesting to read up on. So I might try and show that off. Let's actually go get some of these looters, because it looks like a lot of the bandits actually just got their asses kicked. Oh, and there's some of the battlefield remains. They stick around for a while. Damn it, there's a giant bandit party over there. I want to get over there as soon as possible. I just need some experienced dudes with me before I go in there, because you can get your ass handed to you for sure. I'd really like to actually get equipment and then not get captured. Or actually, you don't get captured there, you just end up on your ass and get dragged off the field, if I remember correctly. Let's just get in here and start beating some butts. Alright, welcome to the stream, Sean. Good to see you, man. The thing that got me interested in... Oh my god, how many shaders do we have to compile here? Jesus. Give it a minute. After it does it the first couple times, it won't be such a big problem in the future. I mean, this mod goes so in depth with changing everything. It's pretty intensive. But once it's done with this, it'll be fine for the most part. It's just gotta load the battle map. And it'll be a little less insane. And we'll just sit here and chill in the meantime. The thing that got me interested in Japanese history, though, was one of the other Total War games, Shogun 2. Played the shit out of that game. Hours upon hours and hours and hours in it. So, I learned a little bit of background just from that game and reading all the encyclopedia stuff, which is, you know, vaguely historical. I mean, it gets the broad strokes correct. I wouldn't say that it's something that you should take for granted. But that's kind of where I got my start, and then I'm just reading odds and ends books, and then I found some actual, like, reputable historical, like, novels, or not novels, but works of, like, history on it all. And it's just really interesting to learn about. It's a cool period, and there's Japanese history in general is just, like, replete with incredible, like, stories across many different eras. I mean, Japan is one of the most interesting, like, countries and cultures to me. Not to be too cliche, you know, there's lots of people who have, like, a passing interest in Japanese history. Shogun 2 is peak, man. Absolutely. Give me a sec. While this is loading, I'm gonna go see if I can find my book. I wish I had a freaking camera, and I would show you some of it. But just for the future, I'll make a post with it. Actually found it. See if I can find any of the cool stuff. I can read a little bit of it while we wait for the game to load up some of these things. Something other than just descriptions of... There's one on battle tactics here. Ah, well, here we are. We gotta get into our own battles, so let's just go ahead and do that. If we get to another long loading screen, I'll read you a nice little passage from the book. Just have our guys chill up on the riverbank here. It's just a bunch of crappy bandits. They are actually pretty dangerous, though, because your starting troops in this game are incredibly weak. I mean, they got a bunch of, like, garbage equipment. They got, like, bamboo spears, like the odd axe and whatnot. So you'd have to be a little bit careful with the early engagements, or you can get absolutely clowned on. We just got hit in the face by a rock and took 1,000,000 damage, of course. Alright, let's help this guy out over here. He's gonna get his ass kicked. No, don't run away from me. Don't disrespect me like that. Alright, not gonna kill another one of my guys. God, this horse is ass, dude. This guy's going crazy over here. He's killing all my guys. Oh my god. I think I'm just gonna dismount for the next battle. I swear, man. Alright, we got some upgrades going here. Got a bunch of really mediocre equipment. Sure. Don't need any of those. What's going on with the frickin' game? Why is it in this weird little box? Hello? What the hell is going on here? Oh. Give me a second, guys. I need to fix this. OBS is not liking me right now. I don't know why it's doing this. Oh my god, please. Oh, how do I bring it back? Okay, there we go. Okay, that should have everything fixed now. I'm gonna give it a second on stream. It's gonna look a little fucked up for a sec, guys. Okay. That's acceptable. Let's look at our party. What do we have going on here? Definitely need a little bit of a front line. The gunners are really good in this game, but it's better to get the samurai marksman. I actually picked the culture where we're going to be prioritizing like gunpowder units, so that's kind of where I want to be going. And yeah, I do need to upgrade this guy to a bowman. So kind of what I'm thinking is we're going to have a bunch of peasant archers kind of to start off with a few Yari. Ashigaru. They're going to kind of keep us tided over until we can really develop up some actually decent troops. Get like one gunner in here, why not? Battlefield remains over here. I want to try and get like one more fight before we go in here. I don't want to miss out on the opportunity for good shit. Because we're not really going to be able to go back in to one for a while after that, as far as I know. Need to be as self-preserving as possible about it. I mean, basically, we just want to go in and get as much good stuff as possible. Try and clear out the entire area. It'd be nice to have some trained bowmen for that, because they're really good squad to kind of protect you. There's a bunch of dudes over here. Ah, here's a smaller bandit party. Let's try and get these guys. Okay, sweet. They diverted because they were scared of this larger group. Just a bunch of crappy looters. I'm just gonna have my guys go in and beat them up. They should be able to clear them out. I hopefully can get my bowman upgraded. And then I'll feel a lot more confident going in to loot the battlefield, because that is where we'll get a whole bunch of really nice stuff. You can find all kinds of cool shit there. Alright guys, the bowman here. I'm gonna kind of run a distraction, just poke at him with my my spear, keep him back. The bowman should be able to clean up these guys. You can already see one of them going down there. I've turned off the kill feed because it just absolutely drives me crazy in this game. Damn. 2 headshots and this guy's still up. These bamboo spears, the thing that I've got equipped right now, are kind of atrocious. They really don't do anything, so I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Hopefully we get like a good sword or something out of the battlefield. A few levels and something. We did get a couple of our bowmen leveled up. Just do trained Yumi. I think this is, yeah, this is absolutely better than the Wakizashi that we have. Which probably wouldn't even cut through a piece of leather right about now. Had a hard enough time killing one guy with it a minute ago. We're a little damaged. We'll probably sit in our camp for a minute or two before we go out into the battlefield here. functionally, it doesn't make that much of a difference how long you wait. As far as I know, you just get loot no matter what. And the quality isn't really affected by how long it's been on the campaign map. I'm gonna try and stay away from these guys. These pirates that are up here, those Woku pirates, are actually kind of dangerous. They actually have pretty good equipment. There's a lot of them too. Holy crap! Look at all of them. There's almost like 80. There's like 70 dudes running around there. Oh, and we got this samurai to run around with us too. Okay, guys. Let's see what we can do. Let's get in here and kick some butt. While we're loading in, I'm gonna just see if I can find a damn section that we can talk about. The looted battlefields are actually kind of cool. They're in a bunch of different settings and locales. There's like forested areas. There's some plains maps that I ran into. Basically, you just run over and you just start picking crap up off the floor, basically. It can be a little scary and hazardous. Usually you don't run into anybody too scary on these maps. Come on, buddy. Get in there. What are you doing? Got some piercing arrows. I know those are pretty good. I'm holding out for, like, an actual weapon, though. Whatever we do end up salvaging here, at least we can sell. I mean, it'll get us some money. Most of the equipment in this particular mod is fairly affordable. The early game isn't super punishing. Just don't want to spend too long screwing around in here. So just get these guys to follow me. And I hear some of the men of questionable provenance and heritage. Okay, they're running away. Just need my dudes to come back to me. We're doing pretty good. Oh, but there's Yumi somewhere around here now. Those are just dudes running away. Those dudes are just standing over there. Oh, and here's the bowman coming after us now. I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna cut our losses and get out of here. Yeah, they're gonna kill me before I can do anything about them. I think they already killed one of my guys. Oh my god. A lot cooler than the base. There are still bandit hideouts. It's still a little basic. I mean, unfortunately, because of the way the mod is coded, they incorporated a lot of other mods into their own, like, structure. It's not very compatible with a lot of other Overhaul mods, so you don't get some of the other interesting things that some of the more basic Bannerlord mods do. But most of the really good stuff is already here. Like, Diplomacy is here, Distinguished Service is in the game, or in the mod at base, which makes a pretty big difference for playability. You still get to go to bandit hideouts and kick butt there, too. Those are still kind of not very fun, though. Alright, let's look at what shenanigans. What kind of gear we were able to pick up. Got absolutely nothing worthwhile, basically. I got these piercing arrows that are alright, but everything else is kind of bad. Got the smallest, like, tiniest little upgrade in terms of armor. I guess that's good enough. We'll try and make our way over to Hideyoshi and sell this stuff, or maybe we need to go to Uchi down here. Do what we can. Oh, there's another one here. We'll come back for it. Try and kill these looters on our way down to the city, and then we'll sell our gear and try and buy our, like, first decent set of armor. because I found that that's probably the biggest, most important thing in this mod. Having a halfway decent set is a big make-or-break moment for your survivability against all the bandit crap stacks. There's like a bunch of dudes attacking them, so there's no point in engaging that. We're selling everything. Sure, I'll sell some rocks and whatever this stuff is. I don't think we need this. I mean, we've got this little comma. It's not like the best weapon in the world, but it's respectable enough. I don't mind using it for the foreseeable future. Here's some of the gear that we're looking at. You can wear one of these funky little things. I don't know how the hell you're supposed to wear this in any kind of practical manner. It's a freaking basket that somebody has just put on their head. I'm sorry, but I don't see that getting you anywhere. So we get 2,000 gold. I don't really care so much about the head armor. I mean, if you get headshot in this game, you're basically done no matter what anyways. We'll just stick with this. It's good enough for now. The cote could be useful. Gives you a little bit of extra protection, but none of these really do much for body armor. Except this one. We'll do that. Still get 1,100 out of the whole deal. Leg armor, I don't know. I mean, our thighs are looking pretty fab right now. I think we can stand to show off those meaty haunches for a little while longer. Monkfest. Oh, that actually upgrades the body armor a decent amount. Alright, we look dumb as hell, but, you know, drip or drown, not so important right about now. We just need to not die immediately. Oh, this is a legendary, though. Sure. Still get a little money out of the deal. I mean, we have, like, no upkeep that we have to worry about right now. So, that's fine by me. Ooh, there's a tournament going on. Can't sell products. What do they offer? Holy crap. 14 lords, acclaimed katana. We're gonna enter this tournament. My character is, like, super low tier, but I'm fairly confident with the fighting mechanics in this game. I played an assload of a bunch of fighters like Mordau for a long time. Bannerlord's basic combat mechanics I have a pretty good grasp on. I feel fairly confident that we can maybe, out of just like sheer luck and circumstance, manage to win this tournament, and it gives us a pretty nice weapon from what it was saying there, because there's so many lords waiting to fight in this tournament. Oh, now it's different. Oh, it's a banner. Whatever, we'll go for it. I didn't think it would change, but I guess I shouldn't be too shocked. Anything you can win in tournaments is usually pretty nice. Especially when there's a lot of lords in the towns. You can get some pretty high tier shit. Okay, so we're compiling just a bazillion shaders right now. Alright. Introduction. Samurai tradition and the age of the warring states. The samurai tradition, by which in this context is meant the entire corpus of knowledge, belief, tradition, and lifestyle associated with the samurai, was already centuries old by the time that the age of warring states began. It was also highly prized, largely inflexible, and very nostalgic. Very much like chivalry in, like, European history during the medieval ages. These three attributes derived from the fact that one of the most enduring traditions among the samurai of Japan throughout the ages was an intense respect for the ancestors from whom one's family was descended. It was a concept that had its roots both in folk religion and in the Confucian doctrine of filial piety. and received its most important expression within the samurai class by an interest in and a desire to emulate the glorious deeds of their forebears. It is important for this, or it is for this reason, that a study like this one of the daily life of the samurai during the 16th century AD has to keep referring to precedents set by the samurai of the 12th and 14th centuries. A particular deed of bravery, for example, might be compared to something an ancestor did during the Genpei Wars of 1180 to 1185. Similar battlefield situations also invoked precedent and on rare occasion influenced tactics. An example from recent samurai memory occurred during the second invasion of Korea in 1597. The situation at the Battle of Chiksan reminded the Japanese general of the preliminaries to the Battle of Nagashino in 1575, so he adjusted his dispositions accordingly. The pages that will follow will paint a picture of the daily life of the samurai of the Age of Warring States in peace and in war. The sources range from contemporary chronicles, diaries, and battle reports to the curious Hagakure, Hidden Behind Leaves, a collection of anecdotes and moral tales combined by a certain Yamamoto Tsunetomo in about 1710. He had retired from the samurai life to become a monk because a ban on committing suicide after a master's death prevented him from following his beloved daimyo Nabeshima Mitsuhige to the grave. In these accounts, we find an obsessive and almost overwhelming desire on the part of every samurai to perform deeds so glorious that he himself will enter the family pantheon and have his own name invoked for generations to come. So, even though the Age of Warring States was a time when samurai warfare went through its biggest revolution in history under the influence of strategy and technology from both Europe and China, it was also a time of amazing nostalgia. In spite of the hail of bullets whizzing past his ears and the ranks of lowly spearmen under his command, even the most modern samurai kept looking over his shoulders to a glorious and often hypothetical past. This golden age, in his view, had been a time when a battle consisted of a number of individual combats fought between honorable enemies who had singled each other out by issuing and receiving challenges. The victor would have taken the victim's head as proof of duty done, and for his reward, would have been pleased with the name he had made for himself, as with any grant of rice fields he may have been awarded by his lord. We will see the strange paradox of a warrior lifestyle that embraces all that is new and efficient in the making of war, but also actively seeks out a form of individual warfare that, if uncontrolled, might even negate the achievements of the former. Basically, people being overly bold and running into the middle of a fracas, trying to make a name for themselves and getting killed because they don't understand that technology and the methods of warfare might have passed them by. That's what is meant by that. It's a little wordy, honestly, in my opinion. Where was I? Okay, the supreme accolade of being the first into battle, for example, had the potential to disrupt the most talented general's plans. For a daimyo to survive and prosper, therefore required him to be an extraordinarily talented individual who's capable of handling and encouraging both mass movement and personal prowess. I don't know why this isn't loading, by the way. It's just taking ages, so I don't know. I'm just going to keep reading for a few more minutes, and then we'll figure out if we need to do anything after that. Please load. The happy reality of the Age of Warring States was that there seemed to be no shortage of leaders who were able to harness and direct these two contradictory sources of samurai energy. Indeed, from the time of the outbreak of the Onin Wars in 1467, we see a succession of leaders and followers who are able to move forward in samurai warfare while maintaining their own individual notions of honor and self-respect. Still have 952 to go. I'm going to put this on a timer for another 5 minutes, I guess. Maybe we need to back out and we'll come back to the tournaments later. From tradition to reality, the Onin War began in the streets of Kyoto. The Onin Wars is a precursor conflict to setting up some of the future disorder that would be more central in the 16th century era. So we'll get to all the stuff that this time period is set in eventually, but we're in the prelude right now, so bear with me. The Onin War began in the streets of Kyoto, where samurai loosed arrows over the walls of poorly fortified mansions of rivals or simply set them on fire. Heroic combat took place against this savage and often indiscriminate background, and the Age of Warring States began with the fighting spread from Kyoto to the provinces. With virtually no central authority to restrain them, the shogun's shugo became daimyo. Success bred success, so that by the early 16th century, there were certain recognizable power blocks around Japan. Some were led by former shugo. Others, such as the Shimazu family of Satsuma province, that's actually where we are now in this particular game, far to the south of Japan, bore the name of aristocratic families. These clans had dominated an area for centuries, either on their own behalf in the name of an ancient emperor, or under the temporary authority of the shogun and his largely nominal shugo. Many others were opportunistic samurai who relied on nothing more than their own military prowess. It would be very unlikely that this new breed of daimyo would invoke ancestral precedents in the proclamation of exploits. Alright, you know what? I think we're gonna have to back out and then we'll come back in. Remember where we are in the book, though. Give me a second, guys. Let me restart this game. I'm not sure what's going on with the tournaments. The mod is great. It's a little buggy in parts, though, for sure. It's a little frustrating at times. Hopefully we're not too far back and we can just jump back in. We'll just go find some fights and do some quests. We'll build up a nice little power base and go from there. And maybe we'll come back to the tournaments another day when I've figured out what exactly is going on. Where were we? Here we go. Okay. Their ancestors were as likely to have been farmers or umbrella makers as glorious samurai, and the present head of a family may well have risen to that dizzying height by murdering his former master. One of the most successful daimyo dynasties of the Age of Warring States was the Hojo family of Odawara. I'll show you that on the map when we get in. Their founder, a samurai who bore the Buddhist name of Soun, and was formerly known as Issei Nagouji, had appropriated the new surname from a long-extinct samurai lineage because it sounded impressive. Usugi Kenshin saved his former daimyo's life on condition that the daimyo adopted him as his heir and gave him the glorious name of Usugi. Needless to say, it was samurai like Hojo Sun and Usugi Kenshin who were most successful at recruiting samurai to their standards using the methods described in the section which follows. We'll get there in a minute. Where are we? Oh, we're just chasing this dude. Okay, that's fine. That's like the perfect place to be back at. So we're not going to catch him, we already know that, I guess. So let's get some recruits. Let's go look for some quests to get involved in. What quest is going on here right now? Artisans. Gang needs recruits we can do. Find your recruits. We gotta go beat up bandits now. It's very similar to what we need to do for the manual laborers, which I totally forgot about, and we will go do something about now. We only have one prisoner, though, so really we just need to go find fights. We'll get it going. That's just 6 dudes. Come on, give us a nice, juicy party of bandits to go kill. There'll be somewhere around here, surely. Oh, there's, alright. I mean, 7 is not that many. Being chased by a bigger party, though. If bigger parties are chasing little groups like that, it's really not worth getting involved in the fight to begin with, because you're just never going to get anything done there. Big parties like that have, like, tons of cavalry. They'll just kill all the looters before you can do anything. You should be able to catch these 4 guys. Yeah, I don't care. We're going to attack. We'll just run in. Maybe we'll get the opportunity to capture somebody. As we go along, I'll find opportunities to read some more from the book. Might be a little dry just listening to me to read, but something to do in between the loading screens, because they can be a little lengthy sometimes. I've already seen one instance where the shaders just don't want to load in right. God, this horse is so slow, it's crazy. Alright, well, good job, guys. Alright, we got a little bit of a boost. We got 1 prisoner here. We need 7 more. Then we'll be set. We'll get some katanas. Get a couple more one more Yari and a couple more Yumi, Ashigaru. We get more garbage equipment. We'll sell that. And we'll try and get some better stuff in the future. I come up around Kumamoto. There's usually quite a few bandit parties over here in the early game. See what we can do to find some of them. Seems like it might be a little cleared out now, though. Oh. Speak of the devil, there they are. Let's go get these guys. No, come on. Ooh. Oh, I thought we were going to get both. Oh, we do get both parties pulled. Okay. Fighting both at the same time, really not that big of a risk. Our troops should be able to handle these dudes. It won't be that big of an issue. Anyways. Oh. Did buy our gear, right? Oh, no, I didn't buy all the, I completely forgot about buying all the stuff. Whoops. It's okay. We don't really need it. We're just going to distract some of the back rank here. Ride around and do a little bit of damage. Our guys should be able to deal with these looters. God damn. Alright, it ain't going too hot. I'm actually taking a lot of casualties here. Not the worst thing in the world, I guess. Did lose 3 Yari, but that's okay. We should be able to get some replacements pretty quickly. Replace all those guys, and we got a skilled katana warrior now. Got a wakizashi. A bunch of other garbage. Let's go sell this stuff. We'll actually buy some gear again. I'll be sure to save a little bit more frequently. We don't have to backtrack a whole bunch. Already kind of annoying that we had to do it once. More looters are chilling over there. We got some skills here. Ooh. Night Runner is really good. It's a huge boost at nighttime to your movement speed, which is kind of unrivaled in how useful it is. Let's So we're gonna prioritize that for now. I'm gonna sell all of this stuff. Need any of these. They're all terrible weapons. And honestly, investing in a decent katana right about now isn't a bad idea. Keep the, do we need the comma? It's technically outright better than this, wakizashi that we have. Doesn't swing a whole lot faster, though. The ability to stab is also pretty useful. I think we're gonna go for that. This Masterwork cheap katana I'm gonna get also. It's actually pretty good. It's not that much more expensive either. Oh my god, they got like super awesome firearm here. That'd be really nice if we could afford it right now. Okigawa go. Okigawa do, I should say. Still getting a little money. We can afford to spend a little bit more here. It's kind of evening out what we've actually managed to accomplish with, you know, selling all this stuff, but honestly I think it's worth it just for the fact that, we're going to be more durable. We're not going to get killed in, like, the first fight we take, because it's important for me to upgrade my armor in the early game because I can actually die. Like, I did put on character death, so I'd really like to not lose in the early game here. I'm going to do my best to avoid getting knocked out at any point. Gunsmithy, caravan ambush. Oh, come on, man. I need more troops for that one. That's okay. We'll get our renown up, we'll get some more stewardship, and then we'll come back and maybe we'll be able to get one of those fights later on. Until then, we'll keep going for bandit parties so that we can maybe get some more prisoners for our quest. We only have 12 days left on this, and having a hard time capturing people. We keep killing all of the bandits that we run into. Which is definitely a little bit frustrating. I would like to not be failing a whole bunch of quests early on. Because if you missed it, we're trying to kind of go for a well-intentioned social striver. Maybe not the most pure of heart individual, but somebody who's not out to just do the worst imaginable things to everybody. You know, we come from a formerly renowned family that's fallen into some disgrace because of the social status of our father, and we're trying to make up for that. We want to be big and important once more. Failing quests is not a good way to get started on that process. We're gonna get some good shit here, hopefully. Now that I actually have some decent armor, I can maybe clear whatever looters end up showing up on this battlefield. Do already have a bunch of dudes out here, though. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we can jump them while they're a little split up. It doesn't help that we started a million miles from all the loot piles. Also don't like... we'll scab it in here anyways. Hopefully nobody just pops up over the crest here and just jumps us immediately. Oh, we're actually looting some good stuff here. Okay, hell yeah. So the Hankyu Yumi that one of these guys picked up is going to be really useful because it is a pretty decent bow from what I'm remembering. It's out a lot. I hear people running around, I think. How am I... oh yeah, there's dudes literally right here at the top of the hill. Alright, let's kick these guys' ass real quick. Okay, come on, man. Don't throw rocks at me. That's rude. No, he's running away. If you kill looters on the battlefields, you actually get the loot that they're carrying. Would like to get my hands on as much as possible. Okay, a bunch of Yumi Ashigaru showed up. No idea where. God damn it. Alright, looters with the rocks are like the absolute most deadly foe in the early game all the time, man, I swear. Alright, please stop blocking my blows, guys. I'm begging you. Is this loot too? Oh, that's all loot. Oh my goodness. Come on, guys, get in here. Start picking this crap up, please. Okay, they looted all this. Got one last little pile here we can grab some stuff from. Oh, come on, man. Got him. Okay. Let's get back to our business, boys. Looting the dead is maybe not the most honorable thing in the world, but that's not really what we're caring about so much. You know, we're working on our practical acquirement skills, so to speak. And we are playing a character with a decent amount of cunning. And roguery will be a mild focus. Since we are coming from a lower status background, we're not afraid to get our hands dirty. Where are we getting shot from? Oh my god. Run. Run. Get the hell out of here. Holy fuck. Oh my god, please, no. Gonna have to serpentine our way out of here. This is not good, man. They're gonna freaking kill us, I think. Oh my god. No, please! Oh. Well, that's a great way to start. And knocked out by, knocked out by looters. It's brilliant. Well, that's great. At least we didn't get captured or anything. Did lose all the good dudes that we just took in with us, though. Oh. You gotta be careful, man. All it takes is like 1 or 2 bad fights on those battlefields, and you're, laying in the dirt wondering where it all went wrong, you know? Get anything out of that? Absolutely not. Ouch. Okay. We'll be okay. We're gonna rebound. Didn't set us back that much. We got some more G Samurai here. G Samurai are like lower status warriors, basically. They're on the path to becoming like proper samurai, but they're very much on the kind of think of it as like an intern phase, I guess you could call it. That's maybe a little simplistic of a view, obviously, but, you know, just for the purposes of understanding here, that's what I would liken it to. Still need the manual laborers. We still only got 3 freaking bandits in our party here. This is the little village that we need to get it in at. Oh! Hold on, we're gonna heal up for a minute, because I forgot we got our ass handed to us. Do we have enough money to sit here? Kind of. Alright, since we didn't get a bow, we're gonna sell this. We need a little bit of food as well, or all of our guys are gonna run away. Let's get 6 days. Go with 8 days worth of food. Just wait here for a minute. We've got a really good quest to do. As long as it doesn't proc before we're able to do it, we should get a bunch of good stuff out of it. Because the Suspicious Merchant from the last time I played this mod, about a week or 2 ago, was amazing. I mean, you get all kinds of cool stuff out of the group that you end up fighting. We're still pretty injured. Wait until we get up to like 45% health, and then we'll go in on this. It's just a shame we couldn't get off the field with all of the loot that we got. I should have probably just pulled out sooner and we missed our opportunity. Oh, by mere moments. It's okay. We'll go fight the poacher army instead. That's fine. Just need to do any and all quests that we can get our hands on currently. And it's close by. And it'll give us an opportunity to catch prisoners. Annual laborers. We already have a bunch of quests like this, so not really what I want to be focusing on right now. This is the right village, right? It is. So we'll wait here for a minute. Gotta wait till midnight, and then the poachers will show up. We'll try and talk them down. Yeah, no way we're not bothering you. I don't think we're gonna be able to influence these guys successfully. Alright, I don't think we're going to be able to convince these guys to piss off. Oh? You had an agreement. Your word is your bond, no matter which side of the law you're on. That's not strictly true, but we'll go with it. They're not buying it. We're going to have to fight these dudes. Alright, well... did our best to try and make this easy on everybody. Apparently we'll never live to see the sunrise again. Doubt. We're gonna kick these guys' butts. Oh man, that's a lot of shaders. Okay. That is a perfect time for us to do a little more reading. Picking up from where we were last. Where were we? From about 1530 onwards, the Hojo, Imagawa, Takeda, and Asugi homelands of north-central Japan became a battleground between them, with scores of smaller samurai families being alternately crushed, courted, and absorbed by these growing giants. The southern Japanese island of Kyushu witnessed similar rivalry between the samurai who fought under flags bearing the Mon (parentheses badge) of Shimazu Ito, Otomo, and Ryozoji, while the Mori family steadily increased its influence along the inland sea. The inevitable stalemate that resulted was only broken with the rise of super daimyo, of which the most important name is that of Oda Nobunaga. It's the guy who kicks off the events of the mod itself, so he's a big central character in the centralization of authority during this era. Birth year 1534, death in 1582, so he was fairly young when he died. Nobunaga inherited a comparatively minor territory from his father and appeared to be heading for quick extinction when his lands were invaded by the hosts of Imagawa Yoshimoto in 1560. I think god damn it. I think the mod's about to crash again. Every time, dude. Give me a sec. Let me restart this. We'll keep reading in the meantime. Yeah, ain't no way. Where were we? Nobunaga, however, took advantage of a lull in Yoshimoto's advance when the latter was enjoying the traditional head-viewing ceremony in a narrow gorge called Okehizama. A fortuitous thunderstorm cloaked his final movements and allowed Nobunaga to take the Imagawa samurai completely by surprise. The victory at Okehizama thrust Nobunaga to the forefront of Japanese politics and samurai glory. No, I don't want to start in safe mode. Using a combination of superb generalship, utter ruthlessness, and a willingness to embrace new military technology such as European firearms, Nobunaga began the process of reunifying Japan. There's a bunch of prints in this book, by the way. Unfortunately, I don't really have the means to show that right now. If I find the chance to show it off, I will. It's actually pretty cool. This isn't like the end-all be-all, by the way, book that I'm reading in terms of knowledge, obviously. As with anything history-related, you gotta be a little bit discerning about what you're reading and from whom. So, this is a pretty basic overview, but it is pretty thorough in giving you a good fundamental understanding of things, which I do really appreciate. We're right by the village, so let's try and do this again. Really appreciate it if it wouldn't crash out on us this time. We'll just fight the poachers, see how this goes. Cool. Might just need to restart as needed. Sometimes the mods are just like that. It did come out fairly recently, so it's a little bit unstable still. We got our one matchlock dude back here. See the Teppo that he's carrying. It's pretty cool. As I mentioned earlier, our goal, once we start, you know, making a name for ourselves, so to speak, is to ultimately end up with, like a good cohort, I would say, of proper, like, marksmen in our army who are using the firearms. Oh my god, I'm so unused to these freaking horses, man. Good grief. Alright, well, luckily the enemies here are just letting us butcher them. It's really appreciated. Hell yeah, man. Crushed him. Got 2 more prisoners. We got that quest done. The Teppo Ashigaru are absolutely useless. They're very, very poor marksmen. We definitely want to get our samurai upgraded to get us along the path to getting all of the marksmen that we're going to be looking for later. Got a nice little influx of gold there. Desperately needed because we're basically in the poorhouse. And our upkeep is starting to become you know, a little bit more of a pressing concern. You know, once you start upgrading your troops, it can get a little out of hand in terms of cost. Do our very, very best here to keep it from ballooning out of control until we, like, really get on our feet. Bandits. Let's see if we can find any. Just like nothing going on over here. We can go fairly far afield. It's not like we have to stay close to this village or anything. Ha. Ooh, there's a couple of parties here. See if we can catch these guys first. These guys are going to the coast. They got a big party over here. But they're also running away from us, so I don't think that the AI is clued onto the fact that they could probably take us in an even fight. Did get a nice peel on these guys, so let's just go ahead and take their asses out. We're just gonna charge him. We don't need to do anything too fancy. We can just wait. We got the archers. Be nice to get my troops some more experience. I'll go ride around in front of them and be a little bit of a distraction. As much as possible without getting myself killed here. Come on, buddy. Fire your gun, please. Alright, still haven't killed anybody yet. Oh, come on, man. You gotta love getting flinched at the last second by one guy throwing a rock at you. Jesus. 13 damage is nasty work for a rock, man. I swear. Getting a little costly, but we can afford to go for some more dudes. Okay, we need the Teppo Samurai. And I got some decent loot out of the whole deal. Hell yeah. What's going on with our party? God, we need 2 more guys. 2 more prisoners, and we'll be able to complete that quest. Please let me find someone before this quest ends. Because we're cutting it close. We got 6 days. And we've got another quest for actually recruiting prisoners. That one's going to be a little bit harder. How many people do we need to get for that one? 7? Maybe it won't be as hard. Ooh. Alright, here you go. Here's a little bit of the flavor. Oda Nobunaga has successfully marched on Kyoto and installed Ashikaga Yoshiaki as the new shogun of Japan. Although this was done with the intention of strengthening the Ashikaga shogunate, Yoshiaki will soon realize he is another puppet shogun like Yoshihide before him. For now, the central authority of the shogun remains weak. And then, one of the Ryogoku? Oh, that's one of the clans up here, I think. I think it's the one that starts off around this province. The Otomo clan is massive, by the way, starting off here. I mean, absolutely gigantic. The last time I played this mod, they became just a gargantuan force within the early game itself. Fragile triple alliance between the Takeda, Hojo, and Imagawa clans has finally collapsed. The Takeda have invaded the Suruga province of the Imagawa with the help of the Tokugawa. The Asugi have agreed to come to their aid. Now the Takeda face a 2-front war, minimal allies, which will decide the fate of the Chubu region. You don't know where that is. It's like all the way on the other side of the map almost. Not the other side of the map, but it's a long way away. I'll get there eventually. Let's kill these looters. Let's get the last few dudes we need, and then we'll move on. Yeah. Go get them. See the unfinished textures on the ground in the portrait there. Damn, that guy took 72 damage and he just still up. Ow. Oh, we still need one more. Get some leather out of the deal. Holy crap, we got 2 leather. Let me get that. We got some sake, root vegetables, a little bit of rice, some seaweed and meat. A little bit of hardwood too. Clay and hides also. Some good stuff from killing these last few bands of looters. I don't know where they've been. Killing caravans, seems like. I can't judge too badly. I haven't killed any caravans yet, but some of the other Bannerlord playthroughs I've had, I've definitely done some less than savory things. Get some Ashigaru, Yari Ashigaru. Let's move on. We could buy whatever goods they have there. I think it's rice. What do they produce? Oh, whale blubber. I don't think that's going to sell for a whole lot. Oh, we get another attribute point. I'm not super worried about social. It's not really the strength of my character. Let's even out our martial skills. You know, that's kind of what we're going to be focusing a little bit more on. Then we'll go for stewardship and all the other goodies in the intelligence line. Charm and trade are going to be our weak points, I think. It's not really the priority for us. That's rough. I really thought we were going to get those guys. We just chased them into another group there. Classic. Alright. I really don't want to turn anybody in until I've got all 9 prisoners, is the thing. Otherwise, I'm just turning them in for a failed quest. I really need this last frickin' prisoner, dude. Come on. How is it so hard to find bandits when you're looking for them? I mean, I swear, whenever you're not looking for bandits, they're coming out of the woodwork to kick your ass. Also, doesn't help that they're such small parties. It's hard to catch these guys sometimes. Come on, let's just pin him into the little inlet over here. Surely we'll get 1 prisoner out of this, and then we'll have, hopefully you have enough time to get back over there. Oh my god. If we can't complete the quest here, it's not the end of the world. It's more, you know, being unlucky than anything else. And we'll just go turn in the gang recruits instead, because a bunch of these looters want to join my force anyways, so it shouldn't be too bad either. I don't think I need to recruit them, though. I don't remember what I need to do. We'll look at it in a minute. Ow. I want to turn and kill these guys, but they're going to hit me in the face with these rocks if I'm not careful. God, man. The problem is this horse turns slow as hell. I mean, it takes an honest-to-God century to turn around on this thing. I keep playing like I'm expecting a slightly more responsive horse. I need to just go invest in a better one, honestly. If I really want to change this. There we go. Ooh, more leather. Ooh, a cow, soybeans, meat. Lots of goodies, man. Dude, these bandits they're providing big time right now. Can't be too mad about that for sure. Let's get back here. Come on. I don't think we're going to make it back to Yamata. Oh, we got 1 freaking day, dude. It's going to be like a literal, like, sliver of time left if we make it into this village. Ooh, let's go. Oh, wait. I thought we had 9 guys. Oh, motherfucker. I just flubbed that. Is there a bandit party, like, right by this village? Oh, please, no. Well, I'm a fool. We just gave away all our prisoners for absolutely nothing. No, please. No! Oh, disaster. That's literally what I wanted to avoid doing, and here we are. Amazing. Failed the quest. Absolute scrub behavior. Alright. Well, that's okay. I'm getting all the mistakes out of the way early, at least, you know. Better to make mistakes now than in the late game. Or later on in the series, right? Like I said, we're well-intentioned, but mildly out of sorts upstart, you know? We're doing our best here. Let's give our bowmen a little bit of time, just to thin the ranks out. Alright, now we'll charge. Really needing to do a whole lot, to be honest. Party is actually fairly competent. Got some sharpshooters. Got one veteran bowman now, which is really nice to have. We can't take on any serious threats, but at least we have like a competent core of troops who can keep us alive now. Get another one of these guys, and let's sell all the garbo that we picked up. That's a fairly good price. Anything else? Oh, I forgot about my bow that I found. That I can't equip because I suck at archery. Great. We'll just get a slightly better horse here. We don't need to go too hard into buying horses right now. I'm going to get a couple just so that we have a little bit more carrying capacity. Still getting 2,500. Anything I can afford for that? Cheap katana, masterwork dole weapon. Is it worth investing in either of these? It's pretty expensive. I think we're fine. I think I just need the money. We're working on our two-handed skill anyways. The one-handed weapons are really, like, only useful for fights in towns. Oh, or big scrums. Open field battles, the katanas are usually enough to get the work done. Having the money is going to be really nice. Upkeep catches up on you pretty quickly. Alright, well, we only got 3 prisoners, so you can find some more guys. The Honjo Rebellion has managed to defeat the Usugi, carve for themselves a new kingdom. The Usugi are forced to accept their independence. That's right, I forgot about this. All the way over here. These are the Usugi over here. Not sure where exactly. Oh, here they are. These are the rebels who just gained their independence. Here's the Takeda clan. They're quite large starting off. And they were one of the more powerful realms during this era, so it is nice to see that reflected here. These are the Oda. Who are these guys? Oh, Eco. Okay. Really? All the way down here? Damn. What are they doing over there? Interesting. Hojo clan is here. Imagawa down here. And the Tokugawa not too far away. Really? This region? This big circle that I'm drawing? It's kind of like the political heartland. I'm sure any of y'all who are, like, fairly familiar with this setting from this mod would know that, but for anybody who doesn't, that's where a lot of the endgame players were by the time this conflict wound down. The Tokugawa eventually were the ones who consolidated control and held the shogunate position for, what? They gained it in the early 1600s and held it until the 1870s, so, I mean, almost 250 years of rule. Give or take, which is pretty impressive, on all things considered. For how turbulent Japan was for such a long period of time during this era. It's remarkably stable. Because a lot of the other, like, shogunates of the time, like, Oda Nobunaga never held the shogunate, but had a bunch of puppets who basically ran things for him. They didn't last all that long. He was assassinated, so he wasn't a particularly likable individual. Toyotomi Hideyoshi, who was a vassal of Oda Nobunaga, took over the shogunate, and he tried to pass on the shogunate to one of his children, but ultimately they were overthrown by the Tokugawa. That was the big battle to kind of end all things, was at Sekigahara, where both of those respective sides, like the coalition that were supporting the original heir of Toyotomi Hideyoshi, and then Tokugawa Ieyasu had his own coalition, and they just had a big old brawl over the entire succession issue. If you want to see a semi-fictionalized portrayal of those events, then you can watch Shogun, which is a damn good show, like the new, the remake of Shogun. So there's like a 80s version of it that's, like, fine, but the newer one that came out, I think, a couple years ago, in 2024? Or 2023, maybe. It's amazing. It's got one of the goriest scenes of, cannon fire I've ever watched in something. It was absolutely gruesome. Had me shook a little bit, man. But it's about that entire succession issue that I've been describing for the last few minutes. Ugh, more landowner needs manual laborers. Come on, guys, like, just hire some freemen. Why do you need frickin' bandits to do all your farming for you? I don't see that being very, sustainable in the long term. I mean, come on. Please. It's a turbulent era. People turning to banditry aren't necessarily just evil people. Some of these dudes are probably trying to feed families. It's kind of high hat of me to say, though, since I'm running around slaughtering all these bandits, though. A little bit of cognitive dissonance for, you know, the whole family, right? Alright, I'm getting real sick of all these big parties coming in, snatching all of my, fights away from me. There's no point in staying engaged there, because those big parties just, send a whole bunch of horsemen forward and they just kill everybody. Need a little bit more going for me. Recruitment costs, or... I feel like wages is just going to be better in the endgame period. So we're just going to go for that. Okay, well, we can't find any bandits to give this guy recruits. So you know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna save here real quick. We're gonna try and do the tournament again. 'Cause last time it crashed. See if that's gonna happen this time. 16 lords? Holy crap, dude. Alright, well, if there's that many guys, let's see if we can find a better cape. A little bit more protection wouldn't be a bad thing at all. Think of it as an investment. And that's about as good as we're gonna get, so we'll go for it. Mythic Omiyari, so we could get a cool-ass spear out of the whole deal. Which would be nice to be able to participate. We'll see if it actually loads us into the tournament. Yes! We could bet on ourselves, but I don't know if we're going to be able to make it all the way through, because these fights are actually going to be fairly difficult. Because they're pretty equipment dependent, and our equipment is kind of terrible. Like, the weapons don't matter so much, but the armor and stuff does. Oh my god. Oh, thank you. He staggered him. He's not aiming at me. Alright, so we basically already guaranteed our spot in the next round. Dude, dodging arrows is so sketchy in this freaking game. Oh my god. Ow. Whoever lands the next shot, I think, is gonna win. That would be us. Hey, buddy. How does it feel on the ground there? Ow. Ow. Oh, god damn it. Oh, alright. We fumbled that fight, so that's okay, though. Alright, I mean, hell yeah. Good for her. It's a little unfortunate we couldn't win, but, I mean, that's why we weren't betting on ourselves. I don't really have a whole lot of faith. Our skills are pretty abysmal right now. Need a little bit more time to get the mechanics under my belt. Thought I was feeling pretty confident, but obviously that was a little bit misplaced, so... Let's go see what we can do to finish up this quest. How much time do we have left on it? 8 days. God damn it. We're not going to be able to get this one done either, are we? Oh my goodness. In and out. That's a game board quest. Like, go win back some dude's lands that he pawned off while he was trashed in the local tavern. Who hasn't done that? You know, just pawned off the ancestral lands for a few coin to continue gambling. Happens to everybody, right? Not really interested in helping that guy out, honestly. There's some looters. Come here, guys. We need to talk. Been hearing some disturbing rumors about your activities in the area. Is it true that you've been eating unborn whales? I'm trying to think of something really weird and gross that people might be doing around here. That sounds appropriately heinous. Looters out on the water. Oh, I forgot there's boat combat in this. It's so funny. Modders got like actual naval combat working before the devs did, which is just iconic, right? I mean, come on, man. What are you doing, devs? Tail Worlds, please. You know, normally I do Warhammer 3 content. People complain about the devs for that game a lot. But I'd take them over Tail Worlds any day, because the devs for this game are pretty atrocious in keeping the game updated at a reasonable pace. Okay, we got one more guy. We need 3 more, and then we need to be able to recruit them. Okay. I think if I resolve some of these combats, we're more likely to get prisoners as well. Might be what I need to do. Otherwise, we'll never end up with enough guys. All right, let's go jump these 4 randos. We got 1 guy. 2 Yumi out of the whole deal, though. Skilled katana. We'll get some actual spearmen. Until you get, like, proper cavalry, you're pretty vulnerable to any, enemies on horseback. I would really like to not get totally flattened. Just in case. At least the, Yari Ashigaru can kind of hold their own. Do a pretty good job of dissuading enemy cavalry from just riding you down. Come here, come on. Oh, there's 18 guys here. There's no way we don't get, enough dudes out of this fight if we can catch them. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Get your ass over here. Guys, got me on the runaround. Okay, hold on. I'd rather not send my troops into that fight. Alright, we'll see if we can finish him off here. Turn my fan off. It's actually a little bit cooler tonight. Fan is so freaking loud. I know people can hear it in the background too. There's just nothing to be done about it. I've tried so many solutions now. It irritates the hell out of me personally. So I can only imagine what you, the viewers, must be thinking. Like, damn, this guy has no professionalism. Absolutely no idea how much intense misery he's putting us with all this staticky ass background noise. Alright, the goal is to pick off a couple of the dudes on the outside of the formation. Preferably while they're not watching me. Come here, buddy. Oh my god. That was chunky. Yeah, they're a little bit too aware of us. Loop back around our dudes and back up a little bit, actually. Delay the frontline fight while our archers get in position here. Oh, whoops. Yeah, buddy. You're mine. Actually, having a horse that's a little bit more responsive is making a world of difference, honestly. I'm missing every little ride-by I do, at least. Hey. That was one of my, matchlock dudes. Nice shot, dude. Hell yeah. Now the Teppo Samurai start to get kinda out of hand. Just the way the firearms work in this game is they do a decent amount of damage. Or, sorry, they do a ton of damage, and they have a decent reload rate, but it is pretty slow. I think it's fairly well balanced. It's just really lethal, man. Like, if you get hit by any kind of gunfire in this mod, you're probably going to be going down. It's pretty vicious. Yumi, probably just another spearman. That's good enough for me. I'm gonna recruit guys from these temples, by the way. I don't really need to do that right now. In fact, what do we have? Oh, we got this 7 prisoners. Okay, we got 3 days left. Pretty sure I have to recruit these guys to give them over. Yeah, I do. Okay. So 5 want to join us. I think 1 more wants to. Okay, cool. We just need the little exclamation point to pop up 1 more time. Okay, perfect. Stop waiting. I've got plenty of time. Oh yeah, I have to actually put him in my party. You lose a bunch of morale doing this, but it's fine. It's fine. What's up, bro? How's it going? Alright, buddy, here's my offerings. Take it or leave it, pal. Damn! Tell you how to mod this game? Okay, so this mod is pretty straightforward. In fact, you know what? The really nice thing about this mod is all you gotta do... Come on, OBS, please respond. Don't do this garbage. Here you go. I'm gonna just show you real quick. All you need to do is go to the workshop. And you can just type in Shokuho. And you just download it from here. That's what I did. I mean, the workshop for Steam works really well for this. If you're on another platform, like I don't know if they have this on Epic or anything, but if you're on another platform, you're probably gonna have to use Nexus mods. Generally speaking, you just go to the workshop and download whatever you need for this game. It's pretty straightforward. Any mod in general. It just depends on what you want to play, right? Like, most are going to be on the workshop as well as Nexus, but Nexus mods is the other option. I guess I can just take you to Nexus mods real quick. Why not? Just real quick. Go to Chrome. This is another pretty good website. I mean, it should be like one of the top games here for modding. Yeah, literally right here in the top 10. You can just click on it, and it's also got tons of mods. Nexus is a little different. You're gonna have to be a little bit more well versed in navigating to your like actual file folders if you're gonna use this website. Or you can use their, like, god-awful built-in, like, mod managing services. I wouldn't really recommend that. Steam Workshop is way easier. If you don't want to have a huge hassle, just find the mods that you want to play there, because Nexus is a little bit of a headache at times. And Nexus also did, I believe they also just got acquired by some kind of company. If I'm not mistaken, the owner of the website has given up the job of running the site. It's probably not going to be all that great, honestly. Now that that's happened, just because leave it to some horrendous internet conglomerate to really put things down the shitter. Steam, at the very least, they may be kind of, you know, evil empire monopoly in their own right, but they're a little less, abysmal when it comes to user, ease. Basic mod setup? I mean, shit, man, if you want to just... I would seriously just download this mod. It's got, like, everything. It's great. You got a cool setting, you got, you know, medieval Japan, just got tons of cool history. It's got a bunch of integrated mods that are worthwhile to experience, like diplomacy, renowned, or what is it, distinguished service, I think it's called. If you want to mod the base game, though, there's some pretty decent ones that you can go for. Let me clear this. And they'll probably be in the top here. Most subscribed over the last, yeah, just period. You need Harmony, you need UI Extender, you usually need Butter as well, and the mod configuration menu. Like, all four of these are pretty critical for most mods because they use a lot of the back-end stuff that these offer. So these are required for most of the mods that you would download. But pretty much any of the mods on the front page are pretty fun, man. You've got some Overhaul stuff like the Old Realms. This is the Warhammer Fantasy Overhaul. That's pretty enjoyable. It's very involved. It takes forever to load up the first time, by the way. Eagle Rising is a cool setting. It's like the Roman Empire, really like the Roman Republic. It's a little bit, it's a little bit mix and match. It's not like it's all of the actual historically accurate stuff from this era, but it's still really cool. If you're looking for historical accuracy, it's not really the way to go, but in terms of enjoyment, it was pretty cool. What else? You've got some stuff that's like fixing some of the more annoying parts of the game, like Relentless Smith. You've got like stamina that keeps you from cheesing stamina out. This mod allows you to just smith for ages. Absolutely no worries about it. Heal on kill if you want to just survive longer. 4BA is good for the base game because it gives you more options for like roguery and stealth stuff. It's pretty cool. I can recommend it for sure. Here's the one that I'm playing right now, Shokuho. Huge recommend. It's a little buggy just because it is a fairly new mod that got released, but the devs for it are actually pretty good about updating it. Seems more stable this time around than the last I played. It's still got its rough edges, though. How do you delete a mod? Just go and unsubscribe from it. Let me show you real quick. I'm more than happy to help somebody out who's got questions, so... actually be able to see on OBS what the hell I'm doing, though. If you ever want to uninstall a mod... is it showing up? Damn it. Okay, there we go. Frickin' OBS, dude. If you ever want to uninstall from a mod, don't go to support. Just go to the workshop. Go to your subscribed items. All you do is uncheck the button to subscribe. If you download it from Nexus, you're going to have to delete it out of your actual game files, which is why I only recommend doing Nexus mods if you're, familiar with, like, the process. Like, if you're going to do that, then you're going to need to, like, watch some YouTube videos. It's not really something that I can give you an overview on off the top of my head, unfortunately. If you do it off the workshop page, then you just unsubscribe, and that's how you get rid of the mods. It's pretty straightforward. It's a lot easier to manage as well. I've done plenty of stuff with Nexus mods. I can recommend it, but I do recommend like just watching some videos and stuff so you can familiarize yourself with the process. Travel speed? Yeah, just travel speed. I mean, being faster than other parties is always good. Like, why risk getting caught ever when you don't want to? It's not always unavoidable, but at the very least, it's going to be a little less likely to happen. That's not true. Mods get updated all the time on Steam. They may get updated after they do on Nexus, because Nexus is a little bit easier to work with in terms of being able to like actually place their files in and compile them and everything. Steam, I think they have to do some stuff on the back end with Steam to get their stuff updated, so it probably is a little bit of a slower process, but I don't think it's going to be a situation where you're going to have a problem with it just never getting updated again. I mean, mods in general, it's almost always people doing it because they enjoy the game, and they'll drop support for mods all the time, just whenever, and it doesn't matter what platform it is, you know? Like, people move on with their lives, they get a new job, they've got, like, family stuff that's happening that they need to deal with. It's a give and take. There shouldn't be a problem with using Steam, though. So we're doing the Suspicious Merchant now. Excellent. Can find the group and figure out why they're set up outside the city. It probably didn't, lady. It's not like I acquire any of my stuff, legitimately, necessarily. It's usually a pretty big group. So you can, like, buy stuff from these guys. I don't really recommend it, though. You don't really need to. Because what you really want to do is just beat the crap out of these guys and take all their shit. Operating outside the city, which is a little suspicious. It's profiling. It's wrong. This guy's not being very smart about it, though. He's just like, oh, yep, we're bandits. It depends. Some mods are big enough that they have like an actual team. Plenty of other mods, though, like just never get an update after that, you know, because it's like one guy working on them. There were a couple that were really popular when Bannerlord first came out, and they actually started putting stuff on the Steam Workshop that were like that, but most of those have been picked up by other people just over time. But, you know, like I said, it's just depends. We could have done this fight a little bit smarter. You know, I kind of just ran in on these dudes. Okay, please don't hit me with any more rocks, bud. God damn it. Don't worry about us killing people who are running away. It's fine. Still get skill points for doing it, so we're just farming up our talent here by committing a little bit of casual butchery. Ugh, Jesus Christ. It's also good to do this because you get the timing for your swings down a little bit better. So I'm like way off right now. Also whiffing everything right in these dudes' faces, man. Oh my goodness. Could I just poke him? Can I not stab him? I don't know why I can't hit him. Got him there. Okay. We can actually upgrade our skills a little bit here. Upgrade troops. Tons of upgrades on our ranged dudes. Not super surprising. Oh my god, and look at the trade goods. All the stuff. We got whale blubber. We got stones. No way. And these are fancy stones, not the rocks that the dudes are throwing at us. Pottery and tools. Hell yes. And we're like right by a city, so we're taking all of this. Yeah, the base game's good enough. Bannerlord is actually pretty enjoyable without any mods. I would recommend it. I would get it on a sale. I don't know how often it goes on sale, but I would try and get it when it goes on sale, personally. Because I think it's like $50 right now. Actually, check on Steam real quick, and I'll tell you for sure. When I say bucks, I mean American dollars, by the way. Oh, it's on sale right now. It's 50% off. Hell yeah, dude. So for me here in the States, it's $24.99. And the sale goes through July 10th, too. So you got like a whole week to decide whether you want it or not, or to get a paycheck for it. Oh my, didn't expect you to engage them. Dude, they're like a bunch of crappy looters. Of course I defeated them. It would be really embarrassing if I had actually lost that fight. Not to say I haven't lost a fight like that before, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to pretend like we're an unstoppable badass, you know. Can't look like too much of a fool in the early game. So we're selling that. I'd like to hang on to the tools. Tools are really good for a couple of quests, actually. Sell all that. Oh, I do not want to sell that bow. God damn it, now we gotta go all the way to the bottom here. It's not like the bow is amazing or anything, but it's decent to hang on to at least. Spam clicking here and getting rid of all my goods. I'm gonna hang on to the roots. Anything here that's worth getting? No, we've already got those. I mean, we pretty quickly got some decent gear here, so just get a slightly better armor. Don't need any of that. We could get some good headgear also. I mean, the legendary Haribachi isn't all that expensive either. Oh, I sold the damn root vegetables again. Give me that bag. Still got some money out of the deal. Pleasure doing business with you. I got you, I got you. Yeah, I realized as we were going through it. Or as I was looking, I guess. The only issue with base Bannerlord is that the diplomacy options are very bare bones. But there is a mod that's just called Diplomacy that's on the Steam Workshop that makes it a little bit more interactive. Doesn't really change the core game all that much, but even without any mods, it's still good. You know? Mods are just there for the added flavor and the quality of life stuff, you know? They're not a necessity to enjoy the game. Because I think I played a good, like, 100 hours of just the base game before I downloaded any mods. And, I've just come back on and off over time to the game and just, you know, enjoyed it in my free time. As I've been, like, coming across interesting mods, and this is one of the ones that I was anticipating for quite a while. And it's kind of delivered on the promise in spades, truth be told. God, we look pretty cool now. Just got good gear. Doesn't please me particularly. The bamboo spear is clipping through the helmet constantly, but whatever, you know, you can't have everything, right? Oh my god, there's a million looters on the battlefield already. What the hell? We might actually be... You know what? So with this many looters running around, it might actually be worth going and trying to kill them all. What would make the game a bit easier for learning? There's not really any mods that make the game easier to learn. The game is pretty straightforward. if you want to, like, I would recommend, like, maybe watching a couple of, like, people who play this game, like, full-time if you really want to, like, learn some of the ins and outs and the mechanics. I'm gonna die here. My dudes are just standing over there, ignoring me. I'm running away. Holy shit. I've got 1 health. This isn't really the game that I cover all that often. I usually do Warhammer, like, stuff. But, I just decided to stream something a little different today. Go find, some of the YouTubers who, like, cover Bannerlord more often. And I'm sure they would have some videos that would make it a little bit, easier of a transition to get into the game itself. If you just go in and faff about, honestly, you'll have a pretty good time of it. There's nothing, like, too demanding in terms of, like, game knowledge for Bannerlord. You know, you ride around, you upgrade your character, you steal stuff, you loot stuff, you fight people, you kill people. Either be a mercenary or get to be a lord or whatever you want, really. Yeah, we're just getting out of there. God, man. I mean, you can see, you can get pretty good armor, and be nice and juiced up, and you can still get your ass kicked by a bunch of dudes with sackcloths and rusty swords and shit. They really almost killed me there. So my last freaking leg as we pulled out. We did get a decent amount of stuff, though, because my dudes were killing a lot of those bandits. Every time you kill bandits on those battlefields, you get the stuff they were carrying. So you can see here, we got a decent amount of gear. In fact, we got some better leg armor. He's looking a little sickly. Oh, and that was a much nicer one-handed sword. Definitely putting that on my dude. My civilian, I'll give the, like, half-decent one-handed that I had a minute ago. Quentin, I have no idea what you're posting in chat. That is totally unintelligible from what I see. I just see a bunch of dots. What time is it? Like another 30 minutes. Do another like 30 minutes of the stream, and then I'm gonna go to bed. How do you fix the angle of the camera? What the hell happened to this thing? None of this is campaign map stuff. It's order menu. Oh, here it is. What? I know how to rotate it. That's not what I need help with. I don't know why it's giving me this, like, straight top-down perspective now. It's fine, though. Just zoom out a little bit. It's not, like, a bad thing. You actually see into the forests instead of being, like, a little bit, blocked off from looking into them. I'm not going to be clicking a whole bunch of buttons. I know what half the hotkeys do anyways. Nobody's offering quests. Come on, guys. I have problems, please. I want to help you. I'm begging you. Let's see what Kumamoto's got going on. Gang needs recruits. I mean, I could do that. And I got 4 prisoners to start off here. Got a lot of money last time, so sure. I'll help out the criminal element of Kumamoto. Alright, I need 3 more bandits in my party, or as my prisoners, and then I recruit them to my party and get a shit ton of money for giving them over to the gang leader in that town. We're also moving slow as dirt. Oh, because I'm over encumbered. We are literally never going to catch anybody until we sell a bunch of these goods. So let me do that real quick. I'll sell the cow. What do I need a cow for anyways, right? Oh, even more good stuff. Hell yes. Keep one of these helmets for just in case I start getting companions soon. We'll get a bow going here. We can work our way up to getting one of these better bows equipped eventually. A lot of the starting equipment is pretty horrible, like absolute dog doo-doo. But it's better than nothing, you know. Working with what we got handed to us, basically. Sell that. We're not really playing around with spears so much. So we'll just sell all that crappy equipment. Buy a couple more decent horses, maybe? I mean, they're not an upgrade over the one I have now, but I can't get any better mounts until I get better skill at riding. We're pretty far short of where we need to be in that respect. If one mod malfunctions out of 10, how do I figure out what mod is causing problems? That is a really good question, and unfortunately there's not really a good answer. Basically what you need to do, especially if you're adding a bunch of mods at once, is to find somebody who has an actual, like, load order, right? Like a curated list of mods that work together and don't overlap and don't interfere with each other. That's the best thing you can do if you're gonna be going for a whole bunch of mods at once. Otherwise, the real answer is you just have to figure that out yourself, because there's really nobody who can help you, depending on what you downloaded. You just have to get in there and get dirty and trial and error that until you figure it out. It's kind of miserable at times, which is why I usually only go for like 1 or 2 mods at a time, and I really prefer like full overhauls than, you know, like the odd mod here or there that does like some quality of life stuff. It's a complicated process. Like, modding is an amazing thing, and I really appreciate like the games and companies that make it a priority to add. But, you know, it's also not really their job to make sure that there are, you know, doing anything in particular, right? Like, it's outside their purview completely. And a lot of people who mod games are, like, newer at it, or they're just, like, hobbyists. Some are really competent, obviously, but that's you know, a crapshoot, basically, depending on what you're downloading. And some people, when they do mod editing, get really dirty with what they're doing with the game's code. And it causes a lot of instabilities, so you just have to be very discerning about what it is that you're downloading. The best thing to do is to stick to like the basics, like look up popular mods and just like grab those from front pages of like Nexus or the Steam Workshop. Ask around, and just mix and match until you kind of find what really clicks with you. I'm happy to help, dude. I'm glad that I was able to give you some information. Like, I am decently well versed with it, but, you know, it's not like the game that I've focused most of my time on, typically speaking. But I hope my, like, quick and dirty overview gave you a good idea of where to start and what to do. So I should stick to complete Overhaul mods then? I mean, that's what I do. Like, when I'm playing Bannerlord, I've already played the base game plenty. I don't need to experience it all over again. You know, even with, like, some of the other, like, mods that are available for it. I would play vanilla for a while, get a feel for the game's mechanics, find yourself a couple of mods like Diplomacy or Distinguished Service, stuff like that that adds some extra mechanics to the game. Get a feel for how those change the experience, and then move on to like Overhaul mods once you've had your fun with the vanilla experience, because the vanilla game is actually pretty enjoyable. It's straightforward, to the point. It's got like a very basic story that's actually pretty engaging for like the first few times you play through it. And then, you know, think of the mods as like your playground. You don't know what you're getting until you open up, or I guess it's presents under the Christmas tree, really, if you want to think about it a little bit more appropriate metaphor. You don't really know what you're going to get with Overhaul mods. Like I said, some are better than others. Some are wildly unstable. This one's kind of an in-between where it works the way it should, but it's got its rough edges for sure. Play the campaign first, because the campaign actually has like an easy path to getting your own kingdom, you know. It does a pretty good job of like introducing you to the setting and what you're trying to do. It directs you around like the entire map in a way with its basic like quest line. It's not bad. It's a good starting point. So our archers and our gunners are gonna just absolutely massacre these guys as they're on the way in. And we're gonna just charge these dudes down. Oh my god. Cruel and unusual punishment, honestly, man. These guys didn't stand a chance. Okay, 1 damage. Amazing. Pog. Take this last dude down. Didn't get it over any break points for skills, but that's okay. We definitely got enough prisoners now. So skilled gunners. Oh, yes. Now we get to the good stuff. The noble troops upgrade to some really good stuff. So we're going to get some samurai marksmen. That's the goal here. Because they will be critical to our late game army. We got a ton more goods. We're over encumbered again, but who cares, right? It's like playing Skyrim or Fallout and like limping your way to like Rivet City or the Gunrunners kiosk in New Vegas or something. Silk cloth. Making a ton of money off this. I don't care about my margins. Money is money to me right now. I just need it. Whoever's offering a deal now is my best friend. Whoever's offering a good deal later is, you know, just some bozo I don't care too much about. Horses, by the way, raise your inventory capacity, so we're gonna actually buy a few here. The Sumpters are like pack horses. They give you more space than actual mounts do, but we do need mounts for later when we get other noble troops who I would like to upgrade to cavalry. Alright, we're just under the limit. It's a decent number of these before we need to go elsewhere. Go to Kumamoto next. It's a long way, but do you need to go all the way back up there, right? Oh, well, we gotta turn our quest in down here first. Let me do that. Before I forget, that'd be embarrassing. I've done it before. I literally did the Suspicious Merchant and then forgot to go back to tell the person that I defeated them. It's very hilarious. It's like I just took all the stuff and then just left them waiting there, and he's just tapping his foot, you know, for like 20 days straight, waiting for me to walk back through the front gate. What's going on here? Oh, drought animals. That's like, I don't have any livestock. I sold the one cow I had. Don't got any for you. Sorry, bud. Alright, we got plenty of looters that want to join us. So we'll pop in here, we'll give them all over as needed. How many do we need? 7, okay. Same as last time. So you go to party and add them in. Okay, no, I don't want to leave them on the side of the road. Don't think that's a very smart thing to do to begin with. Cool. Yeah, I know I'm over my limit, but it's all for a good cause. Yes! We're like getting to the point where we're actually wealthy at this point. We got 27,000 koku. Don't really need any of these. I'll buy another one of these wakizashis, because it's not a bad thing to have on hand. We'll upgrade our katana as well. Why not? I mean, we got money. No reason to reject this opportunity, I guess. We'll sell some stones. Sell the clay. Could sell the miso for a decent amount, but I think I want to hang on to that. I mean, food variety is a really good way to boost party morale. Party morale is pretty low right now because I pissed everyone off by hiring bandits. Hides aren't selling for much anywhere, it seems. Got 52 days worth of food. Most of that is meat, so it's fine. Sell a little bit here. We have fish? No. So we'll get a few fish, why not? It's at a premium, but it doesn't matter to me right now. I'm kind of rolling in it. Ooh, we buy the good lord armor. Yes, please. Alright, now we're actually paying a bunch of money, but who cares? For good armor, any day of the week. And there's a tournament going on. Ah. There's only 2 lords. We'll join it just to see what this looks like. It'll give me an opportunity to train up my skills a little bit too. It'll be a good place to leave the campaign off on. Oh God, please don't do it. It's not gonna load. That's okay. We did just save, so should be alright. Yep. It's borked. What is going on? Oh, Steam, Steam advertisements. I was about to say, what the hell is that noise? Why is there generic, fantasy music playing in my ear? Alright, we'll get back in here. We'll do the tournament, and then that's going to be it for me tonight. Appreciate everybody who came by to check it out. I hope you either learned something or, you know, just had a decent enough time with the evening entertainment, I guess. Okay, now it's just different offerings. Whatever, that's fine. Can I actually load this time? Why does the game not like the tournaments? Oh, this time it's actually loading, though. See if it actually compiles all these shaders. I don't believe it, personally. Before I stream it next time, I'll actually do the compiling beforehand. I just re-downloaded this, so I hadn't had time yet. Maybe the tournament's not in the cards. Yeah, evidently not. RIP. Alright, well, you know what? It's late anyways. This is as good a stopping point as any, so I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.